What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Church Nerds Podcast. I'm Jay Baldwin, your host, and of course, I got the fellas on with me. We got Pastor Brian Evans, Batman Brandon Travis, and the technician Norman Heath. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Church Nerd pages. Be a part of the Church Nerd congregation. Be a certified Church Nerds. As you guys know, we were off last week, so we want to say happy belated Mother's Day to everybody. All the mothers back in the So what's
Day to you?
I ain't heard that one.
Mother's Day, all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to you.
That was beautiful. That hit me right there.
Mm-hmm. I hope somebody sings me a song on Father's Day. That's all.
I doubt that's going to happen. We probably won't get that.
You know, I can't see us. No, Father's Day. They probably gonna have us singing to ourselves like they usually do.
Okay, I guess.
You know.
Well, I did go into Walgreens today and saw that they did have Father's Day cards already out. So,
but right amongst the what? Right amongst what? The graduation cards.
Oh yeah,
we can have our own day.
They
ain't never cared about Father's Day.
I mean,
they never cared about Father's Day.
There would be no children without fathers.
That is very true.
There would be no women without a man.
Without father. Oh, they're not ready for that combo, Brandon.
You needed a man.
Yeah.
We love all the mothers. We love all.
Right, that's for another show.
All the mothers.
Yeah. Gabe's not here, so we can't blame it on him.
Gabe's not here, so yeah, we can't blame it on her. Listen, Auntie Delphine is in the chat. What's up, Auntie Delphine? We love you. Auntie Delphine is always on time. But listen, we hope everyone had a great week off this week. Listen, coming up, I hope y'all know our growth conference is coming up in the next few weeks, man. Orlando, Florida. Orlando. We hope everyone please register. We need everyone to register.
67 days.
How many days, Norm? Say that one more time.
67 days from today.
67 days from today.
My Lord.
In Orlando, Florida. Fellas, are y'all ready? Y'all excited?
I'm ready for it to be over.
Already.
If
you work behind the scenes, if you're a worker, you're already ready for it.
I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful time.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful time.
Wonderful.
Wait a minute. Why is Brian? I just noticed that Brian and Norm are wearing plaid. I didn't get the memo.
They're wearing the same thing. Oh, snap.
You know,
great minds.
See, they on the same tech team, so they don't want to chorus. See, I like that.
Minds think alike.
That's just what it is, man.
You could have sent all of us a memo. It's okay.
We're just exceptional. We didn't need a memo. We're just.
It's just what it is, man.
I hope that we can get a solo from Brian again, like last year's convention, where he was talking about heaven.
That probably won't happen. I've been banned from the main stage.
Yeah, apparently we want to streamline that event and keep it more on Bishop Gates than everything else. So that's cool. We're cool with that. You know, he's the presider. The people come to see the opening statements from the presiding bishop, which they should.
I mean, they definitely should. But is that for the whole convention? We keeping it on Bishop Gates?
I'm not saying that. I didn't say that at all. Okay. I didn't say those words didn't leave my lips. So don't try to put that on me. No, sir. No, sir. I love my pastor and presider. Don't put that on me.
We love him. We love him.
So
yes. We love our presiding bishop and looking forward to seeing him in Orlando. Well, along with our other executive board. Levi. Hold on, Levi's in the.
Hi, Levi.
Hi, Levi.
Hold on, Levi.
Good to see you, nephew.
Levi is ready for He is ready for the convention too. There's a splash pad, which he will be at every day during the convention.
There's a wonderful splash pad there at the main hotel. Those of you who are staying at the main hotel, there is a slide and a nice little pool. The Saints have to walk by it. Well, not all Saints. Some Saints might have to walk by it, but
it depends what tower you're in.
Yeah, it depends on what tower you're in.
Mighty Lamb. So we're gonna see Brian and Norm out there in the pool.
So, you know what? You're not gonna see me.
Goodwill, you ain't gonna see neither one of us in no pool.
Whatever. No, if anybody gonna be in the pool, it's gonna be your friend Cooper baptizing folk.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he would love being in the pool.
He's gonna love being in there, baptizing everybody. Listen, I'm excited. I'm excited for the convention. I hope everybody's gotten their flight because ticket prices is
my lord.
Yes.
Well, I did see Southwest had some pretty low deals. I've been watching Southwest. I've purchased my family's tickets already, and so I don't know if this is an insider tip or not, but you heard it first on the Church Nerds if you didn't know it. If you book Southwest and you find their tickets drop, you can call Southwest. I think you can do it up to 3 times on that ticket, and they will credit your account for the difference. Just FYI, for those of you that didn't know. So they won't refund you for it, but they'll credit your account. Now, the nice part about that is for most of us convention going folk, we gonna fly again next year.
Oh yeah.
And so honestly, those credits come in handy all the time. They cut the ticket prices down. And so keep watching. If you book Southwest, I watch them tickets. As soon as I see it drop, I'll be beep, boop, boop. Excuse me, I found $100 cheaper. Credit me my $100 per ticket. Thank you. Goodbye.
So speaking of next year, where y'all think we're gonna be at next year? Because next year is the 70th annual. We all think we're gonna be at
PCAFI, International Holy Convocation Growth Conference, Turks and Caicos.
I doubt that.
Idea. Okay. That's I don't know about that, Rem.
We'll probably be in Indianapolis.
Oh no. That's not happening, Jack.
Oh, I doubt that very seriously. What a vacation destination is in Indianapolis?
Go watch the Colts play, even though it's too early.
I don't know about that one, Rev. So
we lose Jay. We lost Jay.
I think we lost Jay, man. His Wi-Fi be betraying him. Detroit. Okay, now see, we haven't been in Detroit since 2016. So
Detroit isn't like a destination, no place though.
It's an international hub. I mean,
but it's
on
not
the border.
Yeah.
It would have to be in.
But we were just north though at Toronto, so we wouldn't go north again.
That's
they're gonna probably try to go to Miami, probably redo that one.
Back to Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I can see us going west. I can see us going west.
Back to Phoenix.
You don't think so? Not west
or Denver? Let's go to Denver.
I'll go to Colorado. Yeah, let's go to Colorado.
Let's go to Denver.
Ain't nobody trying to go to Denver.
I love Denver. Denver's beautiful. You don't like? Have you been to Denver?
No. I understand Denver. Denver is cool, but we're talking thousands of people from around the country going to Denver.
I went to an international conference in Denver. There were people there from all over the world. It was in Denver.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put up this comment right here.
And they have a huge, beautiful. The mountains in Denver.
The mountains
are way better than the mountains.
They got a lot of attractions. You go to Colorado Springs. There's a lot of.
The mountains are just gorgeous.
Yeah. I believe that.
Now flying into Denver is a disaster. Their airport is god awful. It is horrible. And they say there's a secret underground city.
I can believe that.
Underneath the Denver airport, there's a whole lot of conspiracy theories around.
There's an underground city.
Ooh, I like that one. Hawaii.
Okay, okay.
Hawaii. Again.
Mr. Campbell gets to host his first convention as a
as a diocesan.
As the diocesan of Hawaii. Okay.
A Hawaii convention. Wouldn't nobody go to church?
I can see that though. How many people the same amount of people are going to go to church in Hawaii that are going to church in Orlando? You know this.
Pretty much.
You know.
Okay,
this.
I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree.
Because Mickey is getting an offering in Orlando.
But they would miss an opportunity to have a beachfront prayer or a beachfront praise service or something if they did go there and didn't do that.
Nice. The nice hula dance praise, huh?
Not a hula dance praise. No. Take the grass skirts somewhere else. Don't put the grass skirts on. Oh, International Day, they're going to put the grass skirts on.
The Maui praise.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we'll find out in about 69 days because it's usually Friday. We'll find out. Everybody will know.
There is an underground city under the Denver airport and it's government owned. That's where ET is.
And okay.
ET phone
home.
And the Loch Ness Monster.
I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, it's the 70th. It would be interesting to go back to Detroit since that's where the first was.
And that's where the 50th was. The 50th. Do you guys remember the 50th? We did that march.
I remember it.
And I think that was the year we did a combined service with PAW.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was in Florida.
No, we did a couple of them. We did do one in Florida, but I think we did one in Detroit as well. And
was that 2007?
And then that's when the rainbow was around the sun, and Bishop Bell was like,
rainbows,
Look, Saints.
Okay,
God has approved this convention.
Wait, was that 2007?
That was
because I think that was the year Bishop Smith died. I think
it was the year after
2008.
It was the year after Bishop Smith passed. Man, I remember where I was when I found out Bishop Smith passed. That just brought back all kind of memories. I was in my auntie's basement. That was a great man, Bishop Nehemiah Smith.
Great man.
Great man of God.
Great man. A Flatfoot preacher, the preaching machine.
That's a machine.
But did you play him in a play, Brian?
No, that was Bishop Wright. I played Bishop Wright in that play that year.
Okay.
The IYC or NYC at that time had the little skit.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I remember you had the choir robe on.
Bishop Ordier's Wright. That's who I was playing.
That's right.
With glasses. My aunt went to his church.
That's right.
That's back when we had the skits and such at the rallies.
Yeah, do you remember that same year that SEDC did the shout out to Jeremy Sanford, Michael Sanford. They did that whole FBI scene where they was like secret agents and
that was the Matrix, I thought, wasn't it?
You said it again?
That was the Matrix?
Was it the Matrix or was it
the Matrix? That's what it was. It was the Matrix.
Oh yeah. Man.
SEDC.
We were very creative in those days. That was most we were.
We lost our creativity. Now we just
we just
well, you know what? We should have did like Kojic dude. Like, y'all seen that clip with the love that chicken from Popeyes? That was dope. Y'all seen this?
I didn't see that one.
Oh my goodness! I gotta find
it and play it at the end.
I gotta find that. Yo, like I think every year they had this jamboree. It's like a praise rally, and these folk went in.
But now did y'all see how the Kojic Church wouldn't even let the Giveify man give his presentation?
Yep,
they wouldn't stop shouting. Bishop Hines was like, "Now stop that." That didn't stop nothing.
Matter of fact, okay, wait, here we go. I'm going to do it real quick because.
All right, let's see it.
I gotta pull it up there. So come on. Okay, here we go. We go ahead and share my screen real quick with this one, and then I guess we can get into the topic since I guess Jay he's in Wi-Fi jail. So
got him locked up. Won't let him out.
He's in Wi-Fi jail. It's unfortunate.
Well, after you play the video, I think we honestly have a good segue, just honoring great men. Let's take a moment after Norm plays this. I want you all to drop in the chat line, gone on to be with the Lord, or maybe still with us. Great men of God that maybe you serve with, men and women of God, because I don't want y'all to put me in the category with Gabe. So men and women of God, maybe that gone on that you served and that you remember or think of in yesteryear. Go ahead and play those.
Do
they have to be gone?
No.
So
with us or gone on to be with the Lord.
Okay, so this is the Southern Region International Youth Department. So that's just so people know that these are church folk doing this. It's just fun. It just shows how creative we can be. So go ahead and pull this. Yeah, and I can't play it. Oh, my bad. Can y'all hear that or no? Can y'all hear that?
Not Alabama, not Arkansas, not Mississippi, not the Tennessee, not the Tennessee. Get something in your head. Get something in your head. And wave it in the air. And wave it in the air. Get something in your head. Get something in your head. And wave it in the air. And wave it in the air.
Y'all don't have nothing in your hands.
Oh. That's all I had was my glass cleaner. I had nothing else around.
Now I'll say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So the rallies used to be like this.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Well, you might will get
1, 2, 3. Watch this. Love that chicken from Popeye. Love that chicken from Popeye.
Chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeye. Oh, love that chicken from Popeye. They love that chicken. Love that chicken. Love that chicken. Love that chicken. Oh, they love that chicken. Oh, they love that chicken. Oh, they love that chicken. Everybody clap
Stop.
their hands right there.
Stop. There's no
You
way.
love that.
You love that chicken from Popeye.
Yeah, see, that's the jamboree, though, man. They were having
Yeah.
just a great time. So I remember the praise rallies used to be something of that caliber,
They
like
did.
that.
I
And then-
actually miss those days. I don't know what has happened, but anyway, I don't know.
Maybe we're too smart for our own God.
You know, maybe we are, and maybe we just take a moment before we, dive down our topic tonight. Thank you for Church Nerd Congregation is dropping those names in the chat line. Bishop Willie C. Mason.
Yeah.
Mama Mason. Oh man, I remember them.
Bishop Mason had the most interesting singing voice.
Oh, listen, when he gets to going, I got it.
I miss Bishop Mason.
I got it. Ow. You knew you were feeling it then. Him and Mama Mason.
Hold on, Brian. You can't leave out
something.
You can't leave out when he'll go something about that Holy Ghost.
Right?
I cannot explain, but I got it. Some stuff was just so simple. Some stuff was just so simple.
It was the simple times of church where a song like that just send the whole church in. I don't know.
Yep.
Bishop Reese Price, absolutely. Finally
Bishop
remember
Reese
him.
Price.
Days of going down to Illinois. Bishop Norman
we
Wagner.
mentioned Bishop Wright.
Bishop Wagner.
Yes, right, absolutely. Of course, our apostolic father.
Yeah, well, he's still alive, isn't he?
Presider emeritus.
He said we can do it live.
I didn't hear the live part. I'm sorry, my bad. That's on me.
Bishop
I didn't hear it.
Moore,
He will be 87
Bishop
next Sunday.
Stallworth.
Bishop Bell.
Bishop gonna be 87. Wow.
Yeah.
Bishop will be 87 this year. Wow.
87
awesome.
on Sunday.
Good for him.
Yeah, we all come from those of us who have been around.
You got one more. You got one
Bishop
more.
Stallworth, yeah.
Bishop
Oh,
Stallworth.
absolutely. Yes, Honorable Bishop Stallworth.
West Coast.
From the West Coast.
Bishop Baldwin Sr.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Bishop S.N. Hancock.
Absolutely. Our founder of the PCA, Pentecostal Church of the Apostolic Faith International Incorporated. We all come from good stock. We all come from, those of us who have been around church for any length of time have come in contact with great men and great women who have created the framework by which we know church.
Mm-hmm.
Many of us, our traditions, our practices, our behaviors, our mannerisms. I did something in the pulpit today. When I was done, I said, "Oh, that was Bishop Tompkins."
We're praying for y'all, Deacon Wallace. Praying for y'all,
Oh, he praising him from the basement. Oh my.
Oh Lord.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
tornado warning.
Cover right now.
In the name of Jesus.
Yes, keep him safe.
In
My
Nebraska.
Lord.
Regulate the wind.
Cover
Lord.
Omaha. Yeah. But somebody just typed Bishop J.F. Tompkins. That's right, Ryan. I did something today and I said, man, that's Bishop Tompkins. And it wasn't intentional. It's just kind of one of those things where I just started singing a song that he used to sing, and I was like, "Oh, wait, what is going on? Where did this come from?"
It's amazing. It's amazing the things that are in you that you don't really realize were put in you like that. It's truly amazing. You walk around just like you point, singing a song or humming a tune or saying something that they said that you didn't realize you even remember that you were listening to hear them say it.
Absolutely.
It just comes flying out like, wait, where I learned that from?
Absolutely.
Shout out to the late great Lady Edith Campbell too.
100%.
I thought Evangelist Walls was preaching somewhere.
She was done preaching a long time ago.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm about to say you preaching from on the watching church notes while you preach. You a bad person.
While you preaching, that's great.
That's a newfound love for
tell your husband he can hop on. Praise the Lord.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but Norm, you're absolutely right. You just never realize until you get to a certain age that something that you've been hearing your entire life, or a foundation, or something that's been put down, and then all of a sudden you catch yourself like, oh my goodness, my grandfather coming out of me, or some old deacon or some preacher that you remember from back in the day. It's really something. It's really something.
Yeah,
but should we continue sounding like them in the church, in the modern church today?
Should we continue
55?
Don't get no tickets, Reverend. Don't get no tickets.
Okay, so is he speeding? Is he speeding down 55 or is he speeding driving 55?
No, 55 is the interstate. So
thank you for clarifying. I'm thinking he's just speeding at 55.
55 ain't speeding unless
that's not speeding
at all. He's probably going about 90 down 55 right now.
Well, man, I would put that on Mark Zuckerberg's internet. This could be
90 kilometers.
The way 55 set up. 55 is like Mario Kart, brother. You better jump for your life down that highway. But
me too. Willie walked up behind me at I want to say it was at I want to say it was in Toronto. No, where were we last? Toronto. He walked up behind me.
We're in Toronto.
Where were we in Toronto last? I don't even know. Conventions. Yes, we were just in Toronto. Yeah. He walked up behind me and he said something, and for a split second I thought it was I heard your dad, and I was like, wait, whoa, what is going on? And I turned around and it was him asking me about something else. But yeah, I hear his voice in them as well.
Okay, so what was the question you asked, Jay?
I was saying, remembering, since this is a good segue into our topic, remembering a lot of our old the saints of old. One of our apostolic fathers, I don't know if people know, made a post saying that he the days of old, he misses the days of old where the saints would skip work on purpose to make sure they get to church. Now the saints are skipping church just to get to work. What happened? What happened? What was the transition to where people used to be, trying to get to the church house, and now it seems like life is more important than, or things happen in life, or work is more important than trying to get to church?
Well,
it could be anything.
I kind of like it too how Norm, I think Norm phrased it before we dive into it on the PCAF site. What was that little caption you put in there, Norm, about the show?
Oh, Too Smart for Our Own God? That one?
You put in a little kind of segue, just a short little blurb.
What, you about the description?
Yeah, the description.
Oh, what did I say? Lord Jesus, I don't know what I said. So, sometimes I'll be just saying. Okay.
It says we've mastered technology, unlocked information, and built systems for nearly everything. But are we outthinking our dependence on God?
Yeah. Okay, I did say that. So sometimes I'll be like, I'll just say stuff and I'll be like, I forgot what I said. So.
That was good. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. But no, I think it's a matter of, and then maybe the topic of the conversation, Jay said, should we still sound like the way they sound there now? I think to a degree you should, because the message shouldn't change, but probably the delivery should change though. I would say that. I mean, the message of the gospel is still the gospel. It is what it is, and that should never change. Never change. But I would say that how we get it out to the people should evolve with the times. I think some of the methodology. I mean, back then there were no tapes, there was no technology, there was no nothing. There was nothing but microphones. That was the technology of the day. Was microphones, right? So you had to do things a certain way to get people to catch on. But now, if all you got is a microphone, you're gonna get swept aside.
Well, then what do you say to those people that say that, now that we say streaming has increased our reach, everybody's streaming, and we're reaching people that we maybe have never reached. But on the other hand, they're saying now that streaming is making some saints lazy. So now they don't come to church because they know that they have the option of streaming. And it becomes more of some would say, a hindrance than more of a help to the existing body. What would you say to that?
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was going to say, because I find it, sometimes it's definitely necessary to reach people. But even some of the events we have for the youth, for the state, like I pray. I don't stream. I pray. That's because, maybe sometimes some things happen in the service that in order for somebody to feel free and safe, they don't have to worry about their bitten on the internet, right? And the Holy Ghost take control of them and acting. They just more free. So I guess I can kind of see both sides of it, but I'd love to see what you guys think about it.
Yeah, I actually concur that we probably put too much on the internet. From a service perspective, I think we'd have less negative connotation as it relates to the church if less was on the internet. I do agree there. However, I do not agree with the notion that it's often portrayed that just because a church does stream or because streaming is now an option for people to get the gospel, that has somehow made people, quote unquote, lazy. There's an older gentleman at our church. He's actually one of my associate pastors. And he makes this statement all the time. I love that he said this. He says that growing up, he always asked himself the question, how in the world is God going to get his message to all of the world? Now remember, he's in a different place of technology. Growing up, there was zero technology. This man is 70 plus years old, right? And he would always ask himself, how in the world is God going to, how would we get the message to everybody in the uttermost parts of the world? How is that even possible? In that time, that seemed impossible to him. In today's world, he says, I don't ask myself that question. He says, I know what they're doing in Pakistan right now. If I want to know what they're doing in Pakistan right now, I boop, 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 boop. Look at them over there in Pakistan. That's how you know how old people use their hands.
Everything is boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, he said, boop, 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 boop. Look at them over there in Pakistan, right? The tool is the internet, in which God is using to distribute the gospel. Now you will get those people. I'm not really a fan of these types of folks, but you will get the people that will take every tool and instead of focusing on the good that tool can produce, they'll focus on all the bad that tool can produce. Those people drive me nuts because in my head I'm thinking, you spending all this time focusing on all this stuff that's gone bad with the tool when it's doing all of this good over here. So how about we shift our thinking to see how can we enhance the good that this tool is doing over here? Because anything can be weaponized, right? And so we just have to be careful. I think that we don't stifle the development and the innovation that God has given us to distribute the gospel, to do good in the earth, because we're afraid of a tool.
I would definitely agree with that. I mean, but like with anything, it's balance to it. Yeah. I again, when I first started the media ministry that I was running it for CAM, PCFI, as far as that, I was internet, push. As I got older and started getting more understanding, and I begun to realize that to a point that not everything needs to be on the internet. to an earlier point. Some broadcasts are better not streamed, and coming to be there, to be in person, to your point, Brandon, for safety, for element, or even for lack of what's happening can't be really translated through cameras to the internet. You know what I mean? There was a conference we were doing, and it went from a panel discussion to a moment of breakthrough that was happening. But unless you were in that room, it would come off crazy and sometimes comical if it was online. So in that instance, we cut the cameras to allow that moment to exist and not be turned into something of folly online. But you have to know what really truly belongs on the internet, because the internet is forever. And in the world we live in, it's even faster, because now I won't even take your whole service. I'll just take the 3 or 4 seconds I found hilarious, and turn that into forever. And now the whole narrative has changed with that. One thing I've learned is that you can't misinterpret what I don't say.
Or what I'm not recording.
I think one thing that I definitely miss about growing up, and us as millennials, you know, we're in between the old and then coming into the technology, but we're still old enough to know back then when there was a fire service and somebody missed it, the people that were at that service, they're going to tell you should have been there. The people with folks was getting healed. A cloud of smoke came in. The Holy Ghost just filled the room. Just you know, I'll just paraphrase, but just filled the room. The glory train just filled the room. And I've been in those services where it's just there's no words to explain it. You know, but it's like, so I agree that, you know, sometimes some things is not to be streamed. You know, for example, another example, we know that there was an instance on the internet. We all know what happened with Diddy and the trial stuff, but there was a moment at a service with a young man getting oil poured on him, and it's supposed to be a sacred moment. And somehow someone clipped it and said, "This how Diddy be doing in his parties." And for that split second, what was supposed to be sacred in that moment has now become a joke.
That was that Jacobs?
Yeah, that was Jacobs.
That was Bishop Jacobs, though. Yeah, to Kaylin. Yeah. You know, but I watched that whole service.
Yeah, and I watched that whole service. Yeah,
and I feel bad that I'm laughing at that because it's not supposed to be funny.
It's not funny, but I mean, it just backs up what the scripture says, right? But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God.
Yes,
for they are foolishness unto them. Yes. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
You better quote that scripture.
Come on, sir.
1 Corinthians 2:14.
Come on, sir.
If you're taking notes, no.
Preaching to confound the wise.
Huh? Come on, sir.
To your guys's point, definitely we have to be able to, in a way, curtail things and make sure we're putting. I don't want to say our best foot forward, and I don't want to call it appropriate things either. But those things that are not hard to understand and that can change lives, and kind of leave our little nuances outside of what we stream and the things that we may do that may be traditional and that may not be biblical, and give the place for people to say anything about. But on another side of this subject, so then what is change, right? Because change is, I think we all would agree that change is inevitable. But if we're taking, I think Norm talked about a little bit before the show, if we're looking at a 1980s church and then we're looking at a 2026 church, of course there has to be change. But what do you do when the post that we're kind of referencing says that now we don't see as many miracles in the church like they did back in the day? So have we changed for the better, or have we changed for the worse? Or is that even something that's not even taken into
I read that post, and I don't know. I'm torn. I'm really torn. Because on the one hand, I'm a hope. My hope is that we're not ascribing that amount of time in the service invested is now, the lack of amount of time, I should say, is now is what removing these instances from happening, because we're not in church as long. If I'm saying that, I know I felt like I said it kind of backwards.
No,
but,
I follow.
but if I'm saying, okay, we had 6-hour services and we prayed 24 hours and the Holy Ghost moved and people fell out.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, can't the same Holy Ghost move in 2 hours?
But you know, Norm, you stepping on some toes now, and I'm gonna step on you so you can step on their toes a little harder.
Fair enough.
You know that's the thought process of a lot of folks. The thought process is the reason we don't see miracles, and I don't know who these people are that ain't seeing miracles, because I'm seeing miracles, signs and wonders, right? But the thought process is because we would see miracle signs and wonders if we go back to having 6-hour services, 24-hour
prayer, where everybody sleep for 22 of them.
When you sleep for 22 of them, right? Because I remember going to all night because we could miss church. We could not miss church. I told the saints at our church, we went to church literally every day of the week. There was literally, we went to church from school every day of the week. Monday, we cleaned the church. Tuesday night prayer, Wednesday night Bible class, Thursday night choir rehearsal, Friday night evangelistic service, Saturday we was back at the church cleaning again for Sunday. Sunday school, Sunday morning worship. Don't let it be a 4 p.m. service at somebody else's church. Yeah. Then he was back at church at 7 o'clock p.m. for Sunday night service.
7 or 8.
Church all the time, and don't let them schedule an all-night prayer or something in between.
Or a Saints meeting.
Or Saints meeting. Lord have mercy. The Saints meetings. Don't throw them in there. There ain't no choir rehearsal this week. We having Saints meeting. So that concept and noonday prayer, Amber, yes.
Noonday prayer,
every single day of the week. The people have equated that to, well, that's why we were so holy, and that's why we saw miracle signs and wonders. But my Bible tells me it's not of works that any man should boast. Some of that was just extra. Some of that was just the most, because I was asleep in half of them services, or doing homework, or just outright failing classes because I was in church and not at home doing my homework. And people was getting fired from their jobs because they decided they was going to church instead of going to work, and didn't tell their boss. Well, our Sunday school lesson today told us that was an error. If you go to Sunday school, go read the Sunday school lesson today. It told us that was an error, because we have a responsibility to reflect and resemble God on our jobs. And disobedience to our employer does not reflect God in a lawful way. That is actually anti what we learned in Deuteronomy and what we learned in Ephesians in our lesson today.
You have
a responsibility to go to our jobs and do what that boss tell us to do, or find another job. And don't blame it on the devil when you get fired, because it ain't the devil's fault. That was your fault, and God didn't do it neither. You did that. Yeah. Go to work.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, and you know what? I was about to say something, but I think Auntie definitely had a good question. She raised a very good question. Same 7 days a week. How many of that generation are still in church today?
I'm about to shout.
And where are their children?
I'm about to shout.
That's good, Auntie.
And that question, that's good, Auntie. We stepping on some toes tonight because that's something that we sometimes ignore. Is you can be so invested in this space that your children will say, I ain't got time for this.
Well, right. It's that same idea where we see something great happen, so we focus on that, but we don't focus on all the negative that happened to everybody else, or those that fell away, or those that fell off, because God did this one thing. So everybody else is a casualty, and we don't need to talk about that. But why are they a casualty? It shouldn't have to be that people die spiritually, that God forgot to do something. That's not the mind of God.
I agree.
No, that's heavy right there. That is heavy right there, because I mean, and something I was saying earlier, I mean, times in society and culture really has evolved. It really has. Mm-hmm. And the society we live in today, I would say, with people's financial, the economical, social, I don't know if they could support being at church 7 days a week.
That's true. As
much as we will want to be in the presence of God and have these moments where it's deep and it's in worship and in fellowship.
But Norm, how much of it of it is that you should be building your own personal relationship with the
I
Lord?
was getting there,
and not reliant on the building. Because I think a lot of people rely on the building. Even some parents I had to talk to, because I'm a youth pastor, I guess they say now, and they want to ask about what the programs, what we got planned. My first question is, what are you doing at home? Because what you're doing at home, I should be able to build off of that when your children come to church. It shouldn't be that they come to church and I have to teach them from ground zero, right? You should be building something at home and to build a relationship there. So when you get to church, you can grow upon what's already been established and instructed.
You're talking good, Brandon. I know we're talking about church and all, but this is universal. This could go ways, because this could even go into schools and stuff like that. But since we're on the spiritual sense, Brandon, you're talking really, really good.
Well, the first institution God constructed.
Talk about it.
Was family.
Was the family. There was no building.
How can you come into the church act all holy like you gonna govern the church? That pastors gotta take heed to this. You gonna govern this church and you can't rule your family.
How can he
put the robe on the seat and go home and be a father and a husband?
My Lord.
Let the church say amen.
Salvation begins
at home. At home. Timothy Wright, so did I. I'm grateful for your youth leader. The Lord gave me that same wisdom, and when I became the youth leader of our church, even though we was in church 7 days a week, on Wednesday nights during Bible class, it took some pulling teeth. So Timothy Wright, you should really, really thank your youth leader, because you probably have no idea the battles they had to fight to get that, because I had to literally lose it all just to get them to let me take the young people to the basement.
Right.
Let me help them with their homework. Let me help, because they got to go to school the next morning and they're not gonna have time. And it's not like we're like our other people. We're not like our other people where we have 45-minute services. We don't do that. We have 120-minute services.
Yes.
Minimum. And if we start service at 7:00, that means it's 9:00. And for most of our saints, they were either taking the band, because our congregation, most of them rode the church band to church. Mm-hmm. So now you got to sell them the church band another hour and a half if you the last stop. So you got a child. We got out of church at 9 maybe. And then they not getting home till 10:30, and then got to get up and catch a bus to school at 6 a.m. the next morning.
Not even if that's your father was the driver and he's a deacon, you got to wait.
Don't let your father be a deacon, minister, pastor, whatever. You're gonna be there until 10:30, 11 o'clock. You're gonna be the last ones to leave.
Yeah. So this is where I think my bishop Gates, he always throws in that word nuance into understanding of things. Yeah. We've been stepping on toes all night. I was keep on stepping on toes.
Keep stepping.
I am of the opinion, me, Norman, because my last opinion I got shot at from talking about Ricky Dilla, so I'm about to keep getting shot. I'm of the opinion that church would not be as long if people came on time.
I'm of the opinion church would be not long if everybody came with the right mindset. I'm of the opinion that if people came on time with the right mindset and they started at home when church started,
I agree with Brandon 100%, and I agree with Norm 72%.
I'll take 72. I'll take 70. At least it ain't 23. I'll take it.
Because I have been to some services on time. And they still went 3 hours.
Well, and that's true, and that's fair. But I have been to.
We're not talking about them, Brian.
We're not talking about. I'm talking about the services that say, "Okay, we can't start because there's nobody in the audience."
Right.
Oh, right. I'm so glad I'm so glad my father. Listen, it don't matter if it was just us that had got there at night service. Somebody gonna be opening up at 7 o'clock.
Where the testimony service has to keep going because the speaker has not arrived.
I'd have been there.
We didn't all been there. We ain't all been in those.
I literally had to do testimony service for 3.5 hours. One convention.
Don't say Don't
I'm
say
not
who
gonna say who the
it
preacher was because y'all would definitely know who it was.
Oh.
But literally, but literally, 3.5 hours
Ooh,
making
Lord,
up
no
songs and trying to do all kind of stuff.
Mm.
So I've been there, lived it, done it.
So that's my personal opinion.
No,
of that.
And Brandon, don't let it be 2 or 3 people that's in that service for testimony service too.
Oh, it was a long time.
Come on, saints. Come on, saints.
The heat
Anybody
not
else
working.
got a testimony? Is there another one?
Ain't God been good to somebody?
Ain't God been good to somebody?
Somebody, you ought to stand up and give God a praise.
And then we got to sing our favorite song. If the Lord does something good for you, stand up on your feet. If the Lord does something good for you, stand up on your feet. You ought to clap your hands. You ought to stomp your feet. You ought to tell somebody that the Lord been good to you. We sing that for 2 hours.
Ridiculous.
Just get them to stand up and clap their hands.
So yeah, so
I
again,
don't know what you come to do. Oh Jesus!
wait,
what are you doing?
and the thing about it is, as I got older, I started thinking about that song. That song is crazy. I don't know what you come to do.
But I come to praise
I
the
come
Lord.
to praise the Lord. I don't know what you came to
It's
do.
like checking somebody. You check
It's like I don't know what
Just
you
sit
came
your
to
feet
do.
long enough. You know when the praise leader is getting annoyed when they pull that song out.
When they pull it out, yes.
I don't know what you came to do, but I
I don't
came
know
to
what
praise the
you
Lord.
come to do.
I
What
don't,
did you come to do?
I don't know.
A.T. Delphine says, when does wisdom come in?
Man.
Someone else should have preaching. I don't know what that's part about. But
Now
What-
Bishop Tompkins did it one time. I was dying laughing. We was too young. I grew up in a time you couldn't laugh in church. I actually laughed in church one time. I got in so much trouble. Oh, I got in so much trouble. My grandpa was so mad at me. He came down out the pulpit, asked me, "Do you have a problem? You don't laugh in church." I remember I was so embarrassed. Anyway, we couldn't laugh in church.
The church is crazy.
So Bishop Tompkins did it one time. We had a guest speaker come in. They was late, extra late. Praise leader had been singing for God knows how long. They raised the offering, and then Bishop Tompkins put up somebody else to preach. And then the guest preacher came in while the other person was preaching.
Ooh.
And when they came in, Bishop Tompkins, he ushered them up to the front, ushered the guest preacher up to the front, set him in the seat. They sat in the seat, took their Bible. When the preacher was done preaching that he put up, Bishop said, "Let everybody stand and give God praise for our preacher who arrived. Amen. You can remain standing because we're about to be dismissed."
my Lord.
So
I'm looking at my mom. I'm like, how do you expect me not to laugh at this? Like, this is comedy gold, and you gonna want me to laugh? Like,
So
what?
I'm guessing that guy didn't get any encouragement that night.
Oh no.
He didn't get one of them white envelopes.
Oh, he got sent right back to where he came from.
He didn't get no white envelope that night. So, but you know what? See, now something to wisdom. So one thing I remember this clear as day. Bishop Gates
service.
So
no, because they would have got up Auntie Delphine and tried to preach during the dismissal.
That's exactly what they would have.
No,
there was a
They
time
would have tried to been apologized and say, "Lord, I'm sorry that I'm late, y'all, but
the devil gave me a flat tire." Lord Jesus. But no, I remember there was an instance. It was Bible class years ago, and Bishop Gates was running late, so he put up one of the associate pastors to do the Bible class. And when he got there, they were going to give it back to him, and he said, "No, you finish it. You finish the Bible class because he was late, and they were already mid-teaching. So keep right on going."
Right.
So I to me, that's wisdom. It's like,
Yep.
no, you keep going. You got it.
I say that's good pastoring because you got to know yo. That's good pastoring because you got to know that you have capable and reliable ministers and elders underneath you that can hold it down when you're not there.
Yep.
Well, if you're
Even if
shepherding them and you're teaching
If
them,
you're
they're a reflection of your leadership.
Yep.
So,
because I know there have been plenty of instances where my father has been out of town and we've had night service and he came back at night service, but he came in the back. Y'all know how Bethlehem is set up. He came in the back and sat in the back, and they all looking like Bishop. We want Bishop. He said, "Y'all go ahead and dismiss." You know,
yeah, I mean that's a different style of generational type of thing. So it's what
No scripture.
I think Delphine is on
okay.
one
We're
tonight.
gonna have to bring her on the show.
They would have, now you know good well they would have tried to sing.
Oh yeah, of
open their
course.
Bible, get the church all riled up. No, brother, it's time to go.
It's time to go. It's time.
time
But yeah,
to go.
so like I said, the originator of the post again. Can we say who it was? We can say who it was, right?
Oh, I mean, we're not
Yeah, I
talking.
think so. Yeah. it's
Okay,
okay.
so the originator of the post was Bishop C. Sean Tyson. Again,
Yeah.
Who we love.
astoundingly
Honorable Bishop.
honorable bishop, honorable man,
Yeah.
a very intelligent teacher, orator, phenomenal as far as so for
One of
people
the generals of our time.
yes,
Absolutely.
people who want to go back and look at the entirety of what he said, so that way you can say to get the context of everything.
Correct.
He posted it yesterday about 10 o'clock. So go to
It's
his
long,
page.
but
It's
long,
out
but
there.
it's long.
It's pretty long, but it's a good read. Just
But one of the key questions he asked too was, "Are we too smart for our God?"
Yeah.
yes, that's where we got the title from. Are we too
And,
smart?
and I would love to, man. And maybe
Try to get him on the show. Ask him about
Tyson on the show. Y'all want to see Bishop Tyson on the show? Y'all tag Bishop Tyson.
Tag his name.
Tag him right now. We want to get
Yeah,
him.
but that was one of the things where I was honestly, because I've read several of Bishop. I follow Bishop Tyson. I've read several of his posts. I enjoy his reads. When I got to that question though, it's where I kind of got stopped in my tracks, trying to kind of connect like what the question was asking me. Are we too smart for our own God? What?
Yeah, it's almost like as if intelligence becomes a hindrance. I think he's kind of getting that from spirituality, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess what worries me with an argument that puts intelligence or knowledge at odds with God is the fact that God is omniscient. So because he's omniscient, he's an omniscient God. Omni meaning all, and science, the root words is science, knowledge, right? So God is all knowledge. So all knowledge that we have comes from God.
Yeah.
So the two can't be anti one another because they are one, right? We get what the knowledge that we have comes from God. So, do I have to reject having life for godliness? I don't think so, because my Bible tells me that we can have all things pertaining to both life and godliness. So, I shouldn't chase. When I'm chasing knowledge, I should be chasing knowledge through the lens of God, just like I should be chasing godliness through the lens of God. And so, and holiness through the lens of God. So, or church through the lens of God. Or
then I think maybe he was pointing to probably our methodologies and our knowledge, and maybe we know we think we know how to do something better than what has already been. And I think a better word instead of God would have been church, or maybe the antics of church, or church operations, or something along those lines. Because so
well, that leads to our dear friend and brother, Uncle Ty Tribbett, who's back in the news again.
This guy.
Y'all thought Ty Tribbett was wrong in what he said. Because we misquoted him. He didn't say the church was whack. He said the systems, and the policies and the practices of church were whack. And I tend to agree with Uncle Ty that sometimes we do stuff that is not biblical. Has no. I'm gonna use a Gabe Jordan word since he ain't on here. Has no salvific makeup. Right,
using that doctorate dialogue,
constitution, right? And we want to make it a non-negotiable for salvation, when in actuality it's just our own tradition, preferences. And my grandpa used to say, a whole lot of people, they have these dreams and they wake up talking about God spoke to them. But it wasn't God. It was the bad chicken you ate the night before you went to bed. And thinking that it was God talking. And we say too much stuff is God. I'm over all these people with the God said. God ain't talking to you that much. And he ain't told me. He's sending you for confirmation. And he ain't sending you to tell me something all the time.
Right.
Well, I mean, now we do have the clip if you want to play it.
Sure.
So again, just for reference, so this is the guy watching the clip. So there may be a guy on top of it. Don't worry about the guy on top. He just
ignore the guy. You know, everybody
ignore the guy on top.
Just match up, and they got to put themselves in the video. And all
just
that.
listen to what Ty is saying.
What Ty is saying. Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. So just so we cannot be accused of saying what he didn't say. So hold on. I've got to unmute it.
What I said. First of all, didn't hear what I said. I never said the church was whack because I don't believe that. I believe we are the church. We are the body of Christ. The systems, the politics, the all of that dumb stuff. Ooh, see, I'm doing it again. It's whack to me.
What's the dumb stuff that's whack?
That's what let's say I'm thinking more psychologically than theologically. So the thought process around church, the rules. If you serve your church, you're serving God.
This was good.
You can serve God by serving the church, but it don't mean you. When you join, when you get saved at a church, and nothing wrong with this, y'all. I'm just saying stuff like this. They put you like on a growth track. So you get saved in the church, your life has changed. Thank you, Lord. I'm trying to cleanse myself. Then they put you on a growth track in their church, and then you kind of become a position in their church. Now you're the youth leader. So the proof almost that God is in your life is by like what you're doing in the church, or how you're serving in the church. Or he used to be a drug dealer, but now he's a deacon in the church. Well, do he have patience? Like, does he forgive? Like, it's not about what I do in this building. And I hear a lot of people say, I love my church. I love my church. And I nothing wrong with that. I don't hear a whole lot of, I love God, yo. I love my God. Yo, God, the focus is these businesses with God's name on it. Everybody, I'm not talking about everybody. There's a lot of great gatherings. You know what I'm saying? Live Church is one of them. But for the most part, what I've seen in my 48 years on this earth is a whole lot of stuff that I don't think Jesus was talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So that's what the man said.
Gabe Jordan? Where's Gabe Jordan?
Well,
what do you say? What do you say, Gabe Jordan? What do you say?
What do you say?
What do you say? Church nerd congregation, what do y'all say to Ty Tribbett? I honestly feel like that last line was really profound.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of I love my church. We got shirts that say I love my church. I love my church. I love my church. But ain't a whole lot of folks saying I love my God. I love God. And they got mad at Eric.
What's wrong with you?
I love God. You don't love God?
Love God. What's wrong with you?
But what if you actually do love your church though?
Well, listen to Ty Tribbett. Here you go. Listen to Ty Tribbett.
Here we go. I said there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just asking the question.
There's nothing wrong with loving your church. Love your church, but you better love God more than you love your church. That's
I 100% agree.
Walking around talking about I'm so church hurt because they love their church more than they love God. If they would love God more than they love their church, then the antics and the stuff that happened in their church would not dissuade them from God. They would be able to get over it.
Right. And then at the end of the day, your church is temporal, but God is eternal.
God is forever.
That's
Jehovah forever.
Jehovah forever. It's crazy.
Jehovah forever. Well, no, I'm glad he found a way to say it. I mean, I'm sure people still wouldn't agree with him though. I mean, because to have a growth track is not a bad. I think it's not these are bad. I guess maybe. Well, what's the bad part?
I don't think he was saying that the growth track was bad, but I was thinking the focus that is put on the growth track is where the focus is coming in. The focus is more so about let me grow you into this position and grow you into this place rather than grow you in God.
So we're saying then it's the better track to say grow you in God and let you find your position. Is that what
I would hope a person has a relationship with God before they have any position in.
I would hope so too.
I would hope that too.
But to Ty's point, the opposite is happening because we are not building kingdom. We are not building the kingdom of God. We are building what Ty called it. So y'all don't get me. Ty called it this. I agree, but don't get me. Ty called it this. We are building these businesses.
501c3s.
We ain't building the kingdom. We building businesses. That's the problem we got. Because in a business, I need you to be professionally developed so you can work this position. But in the church, when we building kingdom, I'm more concerned about the spirit man in your soul before I sign you to any position. Sit down somewhere and read the Bible. Let's get you some character and some patience so that when you get one of these positions in the church, I don't got to fire you next week because you can cuss out the saints.
Well, then and two is that it's like, are you growing them to just fill a position, or are you helping them grow being a disciple? Because being a disciple is definitely different than having a position.
100%. But these days, we as a church, we have job boards.
Oh yeah,
job postings and with qualifications that we want you sometimes without no qualifications. But we got boards and we want you
so I get that. I get that.
Get a job.
I get that.
Your
okay, so
jacked up,
this is a converse to this.
Which is why you had 3 churches in 1 week. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Norm.
They just jobs. They just jobs.
I get that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to play the other side of this.
Please do.
I want to try. Let me. I want you to try.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not for context. I'm not disagreeing with what's been said so far.
Sure.
I'm just trying to look at the other side of it. Okay. Now, as a leader in a ministry, knowing that you need assistance in what you do, as people come into the ministry that have certain skill sets, right? Knowing that you are already overworked, is it wrong, or what avenue do you take to appeal to these people to try to wait, let me finish.
Yes, sir.
Or is it that now I have to wait until this person forms a deeper relationship with the Lord at some point in time before I can go to them and say, hey, I need your help?
Norm, I think you answering your own question first and foremost. You tried to play the other side, but it didn't work. I think we need to ask ourselves this question first and foremost. Question number 1: what's more important, this person's soul, or me throwing them into a position that is going to lead them astray?
Well, you're throwing them
because they've now connected. They are not connected to this entity for spiritual purposes, for spiritual development. They're connected to this entity for a check. It's problem number 1. Problem number 2, if that's the road we're going to go down, fine. Just declare that this is the business of the church. I ain't your pastor. I ain't trying to be your pastor. You don't need me. I'm your boss, your supervisor. And we got a contract. You supposed to be in X place for X amount of time, do X amount of work, and we just got a contractual business relationship, like Ephesians taught us today. Masters, or what is the word they use? He don't call it. He don't say slaves. What does Paul call them in Ephesians? Be obedient to your masters. What is it? Ephesians,
servant.
Servants. He calls them servants.
Oh, yeah.
He says, servants, be obedient to your masters in the flesh. So that's the relationship we got. This ain't got nothing to do with me helping to disciple you. This got to do with business. And that's a whole nother avenue. And there is the business of the church that must be tended to.
Yes.
But that does not supersede my responsibility as a man of God, whether I'm your pastor or not. I have a responsibility as a man of God to help disciple you.
Right.
You tell me you don't want to be discipled. First and foremost.
Before you can be a help to the ministry, we've got to make sure that you are spiritually okay.
Okay.
Mature. I agree with that.
My church talking about doing the work of the business of the church. And while you doing the business of the church, you leading folk astray.
Because then all they're going to come to church with is a business mindset or the mindset of their job.
Absolutely.
Well, not to say I disagree with it, but just a brief pause. So Darrell is actually here in the back room, but he turned his camera off. I was going to bring him on to the actual stage. We turned his camera off.
I hope he ain't
wait, I think no, he's back.
He's
Ladies
back.
and gentlemen, Darrell is back. He survived the speed trap down 55.
Yeah, there was a lot of police out. There's a lot of state police out this weekend down 55. I don't know if
There definitely was. That's probably why I'm a
there was
little
a
bit
lot.
later than expected.
Wild.
Is that a new poster in your background? Is that a new one?
No, these are all posters, just different angle.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm just on my laptop camera,
Okay, got
so
it.
I can get on quicker. That's all.
There it is.
I feel that.
But again,
Okay.
back to that working mindset. You know, I've seen it, I'm sure all of you have seen it too down through the years, where you have those people that come to church and just do a job and they don't seem to get involved with the service, don't seem to get involved with the culture of the church. They just come and perform their function and they're there, maybe sitting in service, and they just go home kind of the same way that they came.
Yep.
And it's like, and then the hope and prayer is that, oh, well, the Lord will get a hold to them, you know, one day or something like that. That should not be. It should be our goal to disciple them, to bring them into the fold if they're there before they function. So
I would say this though. I would say, as a good leader, as a wise leader, my job is to do both. I believe there is a space where I can use your talent, but also ensure that your discipleship journey is still in progress.
Norm, I will agree.
Yeah, I agree.
That there is a 10% of the people where that happens, where
percentages tonight,
where they come to do the job, and while doing the job, their only focus is doing the job, and then the Lord hit them and save them. It happens.
And just to clarify, we're saying job in regards to people getting paid for a service.
Correct.
I'm speaking of this is what I'm speaking of. People joining the church as members and being kingdom operators. That's
different.
That's what I'm speaking of.
That's different.
And again, that's why I wanted to clarify that we're talking about the same thing. I think
because that is different. A person who comes to the ministry with a talent,
yes,
and they subject themselves to the ministry, you're now subjecting yourself to the leadership of that house and to that pastor and to their discipleship. Right. So that's different, right?
And that's why I want to clarify, because I felt we were saying two different things.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm talking about a person whose sole purpose of being connected to this ministry is to get a check.
Okay.
Those people are there to do a job. And they have no intention on being subjected to the rules of the house, to accept what's in their employment contract, or to discipleship. Because in most cases, these people got internet pastors, because all of a sudden they pop up and they got another pastor.
Like you see a lot of that.
Like, wait, what happened? When this?
Right. You see a lot of that. No shade anticipated, but you see a lot of that with musicians, right?
100%. All the shade included.
Not too much on the musician.
All the shade included, except the rail.
He's the one musician out of all of them.
All the rest of them.
He's the chosen one.
Well, we see that, right? They just go from church to church. They call it gigs.
Wait a minute. You was just over. Wait, when did you turn in your resignation at the last place before you announced your new place? Like, all things be done decently and in order.
Right. So
that's biblical. Like, anybody saying you got to stay somewhere where you don't feel like you're being nurtured and listen, you feel like you could be better discipled over there, go and do that. But listen, at some point when you get on church number 5, the church ain't the problem. You be the problem.
You be the problem.
If nothing else, you don't know how to choose a church.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you're just getting a check, though, does it matter?
You say that again. If what?
If you're just paying, if you're just paying to play, then.
But again, if that is we got to set. I think Norm, you did a good job setting those lines, right? If your connection to this ministry is you hired me to play this instrument, and I'm only here to play this instrument in this amount of time. I have no intention on being subjected to the church, to the ministry. You not my pastor, you are my master, as Paul calls it in Ephesians. Then in that case, hey, the job ended and I'm going to my next job. I got a new job. Hey, here's what it is. But everybody ought to have a pastor.
Everybody.
Oh, I totally agree.
Pastor.
I agree. Everybody needs a pastor.
And if you have not defined who your pastor is, and your pastor is covering you while you doing these other jobs, because your pastor ought to cover you on your job. Your pastor ought to be praying for you while you're working on that job.
Pastor ought to be knowing what you're doing every Sunday.
Pastor ought to be I like to know where all of my members work, not because I'm in their business, but because I'm the one who know how to pray. If you work on them machines all day, I'm praying, Lord, keep the machine from hurting them, from damage. I got a couple members of our church, they're truck drivers. I'm praying all the time. Lord, cover them while they're on the road.
Or Brian, if a member goes missing, hey, I know so and so works over here.
Or something that I currently do or experience as far as that. Or if you're working at another ministry that may not be saying everything that your pastor is saying. So in my personal life, I tell my pastor every ministry I work for, just so that he is aware, because just like we said in the beginning, people take parts of things and turn it into something else.
And all of a sudden you are me.
All of a sudden, I'm Deacon Heath is over at the Lutheran church, because why, Bishop? Did you know he was over there doing that?
Yeah, I mean,
or you on stage and somebody asking you, what church do you go to?
And I understand that too, because when I was a younger preacher, I'm still young, but when I was a younger preacher, I would tell Bishop Moore, everywhere somebody called me to go preach, if they didn't call him, and I would have that dialogue with my pastor, like, look, they want me to go over here. And some churches he would be like, nah, you don't need to go over there. He knew some stuff that I didn't know. Then at a time when I matured, he was like, I would tell him, and he's like, you don't got to tell me no more. You know what you're doing, like that. So, but that pastor's job is to cover you, so they should know. Can
I do the transparent moment to just fill in what Brandon just said? I was a younger preacher. I'm still young, and
y'all scared of getting old.
And we want to let Paul continue to be the apostolic godfather and apostolic father. I was a younger preacher, and somebody asked me to come speak. And I told Bishop Tompkins that such and such asked me to come speak at their church. He said, son, I don't feel good about that. And he said, let me pray about it. Come back to me after service. I told him this on a Sunday morning. He said, come back to me after service. Let me pray about it. And then I'll let you know. He came back. He was like, son, you shouldn't go. Don't go. Mm-hmm. I was so upset. I'm gonna be real. I was so upset, and I was disobedient.
My Lord.
And I went. Because it's one of us, I ain't gonna say nothing else about it.
You gotta say what happened.
And all I'm gonna say is it was the worst experience. I to this day, and I've been preaching a little while now. I've been preaching since I was 13. It was to this day, I have not had a worse experience ministering at a church. I said to myself, and God, he'd say, didn't your pastor tell you not to be here anyway?
So the question is, did you go back to that church?
Never. So if I can give any advice to any young preacher out there upset that your pastor said don't go, better find yourself not going.
So if Brian Evans hasn't come back to your church, it's you.
Well, I don't think they're a part of us anymore.
That is funny.
Man, awful. It was just all the way around.
Well,
it was shock to me. It was like, y'all doing because they were doing things that were like, oh, what y'all got going on up in here, right? Like, I was not prepared for that,
right?
And my shepherd, who I chose, I always tell people, why go to hell for being disobedient to your shepherd? Because you chose him. God didn't choose him for you.
Right.
That is 100% true.
So my shepherd, who I chose to watch for my soul, and like I know this now because I've matured, but then I was immature, young and dumb, right? But in my mind, I'm saying now, like, why in the world? Like, I chose this guy to watch for my soul. He said, "Don't go." Like, why would I think that he would be trying to keep me from something? He's watching for my soul.
He is trying to keep you from something.
He is trying to keep me from something. That's foolishness.
He's doing the job I asked him to do.
Yeah. So your preachers, your leader is not trying to keep you from anything but the foolishness of this world.
Trying to keep you from getting stars, man.
Well, I think part of it is always the wonder, like, okay, well, what am I missing?
Right.
Because I
could have missed that.
a similar transparent. I mean, and again, this is one of those. I always wonder what would happen if, like, years ago, when I worked at American Bank up in Michigan, we were transitioning departments, and they were moving my department to Texas. And I went to my pastor and said, you know, Bishop, I may have to move to Texas. He said, no, you don't. I'm like, Bishop, I ain't gonna have no job. I gotta go to Texas. He said, no, you don't. Okay, I guess I'll gonna have a job. But
that's just like Bishop, though. No, you don't.
It's like, oh, I guess I just won't have a job. I guess so.
Pause on my ties for a while, but
sorry, you know. Okay, so I mean, I said, I guess I can't go. I was like, well, I told my new wife, we had just gotten married. Bishop said I can't go to Texas. Now,
sure, that was an interesting conversation.
Oh man, again, this is my new wife. Right. Maybe a year or so into this journey. Man. Oh, I'm about to be jobless for a while because my pastor said I can't have a job. But now, thankfully, I didn't go because I actually found something better up here in Michigan, and which led me to where I am now, which is great and wonderful. Now, but I do always wonder what would have happened if I did go to Texas. All those years ago.
Ain't no telling.
There's no telling, but it's
glad that you don't know.
but on the other side, it's like how much faith do you have in your shepherd to say tell you, guess what? You're going to be out of a job for a while, and that's just how it's going to have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's real. That's real.
So,
but
you're better than me. I probably would have been in Texas.
Yeah. No, okay. 2010 Brian would have been in Texas. 2026 Brian would have been right in India.
It's always interesting to look back in your life and see if you would make different decisions at critical moments.
Oh yeah,
where you would possibly be. It's always interesting to look back there and see. But
100%.
Knowing that where we are is where we're supposed to be and where God has ordained us to be is a good feeling, and knowing that too. So
the fact that we serve an omnipresent God.
Yes, sir.
God that knows the end from the beginning, God who's Alpha and Omega all at once, and time does not confine him. We can just lay and rest in his divine promise.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah said he knows the thoughts that he thinks toward us, thoughts of good, not of evil. Give us an expected end. He expects us to arrive a place.
Yeah. I mean, our hymn for today at Cam was Blessed Quietness.
Blessed Quietness.
Our hymn was "'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus."
Yeah, there it is. There it is. And it's funny. It's funny growing up. I remember first hearing that song, thinking, why would they make a song about people shutting up? So that's not very nice.
Holy quiet.
But the song of the day.
but as I got older and I started to really understand what was being said, it mentions just having peace in a time of storm.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna start singing that when somebody stops talking.
Oh yeah,
right in the middle of their conversation.
Just right in the middle, just bust out singing. What assurance in my
soul.
There it is.
In my soul.
That's a good one right there, Doc.
Storm and sea.
No. My song. When I want somebody to be quiet, it just slipped my mind. Never mind, because I was
Hush. Somebody call it.
No, what's the song? What's the song from Lead?
Okay, that's a lot of songs. Lead. You might have to narrow that down a bit there, buddy.
No, it wasn't Lead. What was that? IEEE?
Oh, that's even worse.
Bishop Moore. What did he say?
Oh, what did he say? Oh,
for Bishop Cass, I don't know what he said.
What was this? Oh, what was the song?
Oh,
that's my song. Whenever I want somebody to be quiet, I just go remix.
Oh boy,
that was the funniest moment.
I'll never forget it. I'm gonna be telling my grandkids about that. I will never forget it. Never.
Where it's like your time is up there, sir. It's time to go.
My Lord.
Well,
the funniest part was I'll take that from him. That sent me to the floor. I was like, oh, this is gold. And this is all being recorded. Speaking of the internet, this is all on the internet.
Yes.
Forever. We're gonna be able to pull this up in 4K and
yes.
And
pull up probably 10K in a couple of years.
20K by the time I'm talking to my grandkids. It's gonna be in a hologram. We're gonna be able to put this up in a hologram.
Hologram.
Yes, look, this is where I was 40 years ago.
Well, that was on that thing called YouTube, wasn't it? Yeah, that's what it was.
YouTube thing. Yep.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Lord have mercy.
Well,
that's funny.
Well, I think Pastor B, you running the show today because our host had to go on daddy duty. So it's in your hands, my friend.
Oh, bye. Well, that was what a great episode of Church Nerd Podcast. Church Nerd Congregation, I want you to drop it in the chat line. I want you to tell us. Auntie Delphine already started it. Just drop your pastor's name, your leader, your shepherd. Tag them if you will, and just tell them that you appreciate them. And Church Nerds Congregation wants all of our leaders to know that we appreciate you, all the work that you are doing to help shepherd and watch for our souls. And I don't care who you are, and I don't care what your title is, you ought to have a pastor. You ain't got a pastor.
Everybody.
You are leaderless. You are shepherdless. Who's watching for your soul? Why are you out here lacking without somebody watching for your soul? What's going on?
You can't even watch your own back. Don't try to watch
your own. Go on, get you a pastor.
What a statement. You can't even watch your back. But you watch your soul.
I mean, get you a pastor. Yes, we honor Bishop T. David Dockery Sr.
Yes.
Our second assistant.
Our third assistant.
Presiding bishop.
Just move right down with stuff.
Right. Has to do the counting. Our third assistant presiding bishop, great man of God.
Man of God.
We honor you. All of the pastors that are within our organization, within our Reformation, the PCFI, and abroad. We love you.
We love you too, Queen Mary Gibbs.
Thank you, Queen Mary Gibbs.
Queen Mary. That's a great name, Queen Mary.
That's an anointed name.
Norm, do we got a video tonight? Take us out.
You know what? We got something. We playing videos on.
We had 3 videos tonight.
Well, it's okay though. We got one more. So this thing has been done several times. This is just the newest version of when you go to the drive-through and you want to have church.
Go ahead, sir.
All right, praise the Lord. Thank you for choosing Wendy's Missionary Baptist Church. How can we help you?
Sir, my father would like the Baconator meal.
All right, you want the Baconator blessed meal? Yes, ma'am. You want that single blessing, double blessing, or triple blessing?
The double blessing my father has asked for.
Double blessing? Yes, ma'am. On the double blessing, you want is 5 meat large.
The fries medium, and my mother says that she wants them extra hot like the devil touched them.
Ooh, no, baby, we don't want the devil touching nothing.
I didn't say that.
She said she didn't say that, but she does want them to be hot. I want to be clear on that.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to make it hot. We're going to make it hot because that's what the Lord do. He said, you're good hot blessing. What's the drink on?
What's the drink?
Strawberry lemonade, please.
Strawberry lemonade?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Light ice.
Anything else for you?
And just the light ice on that.
What is going on in the world today?
With these Missionary Baptists.
She was fired 2 days later. No.
Oh, Father, what a day.
Lord have
Wendy's
mercy.
Hey, you know what? I would go there.
I would rather have that in the drive-through line than some of the other stuff I've experienced.
Oh yeah, some of that.
There are some people, and we're praying for all of our customer service workers and those who work in hospitality and food service. We're praying for you, but some of y'all need to quit.
What?
Because it's not your ministry. You ain't not been called to it. Just like some of these ushers need to be fired. I'm about to start a whole nother show. It's been a wonderful episode of the Church Nerd Podcast. I'm Pastor B.
That should be an episode. We got to talk about them, the ushers.
Yeah, some of them need to be fired. God bless y'all. See y'all next week.
Hey, it's Pentecost Sunday next week.
Next week is Pentecost Sunday.
It's Pentecost Sunday.
If you're in the Kokomo area, anywhere near northern Indiana, you see us here, 616 North Union Street. We're going to have a great time. Dinner is free to our community. We'll be serving dinner on Pentecost Sunday at 2 p.m. And we'll have a 5 p.m. Pentecost service. We're going to have church. Y'all come on, be with us.
Okay.
Yes,
Might as well
anywhere,
keep on going.
If you're anywhere in Chicago, come see us at 10708 Vincennes Avenue, where we will be blessing the name of the Lord, and there will be a mighty wind in the house.
Hiya.
Yes.
Darrell, what you got?
I'm going to be with Brandon.
Oh, okay. I thought you were at what's the name?
No, this is the afternoon service.
It's the Illinois combined service.
Yeah, it's the council service.
The council.
Okay. All right. Well, I got 3 different places, so I got. So if you are in the Atlanta area on Saturday, we have Saturday service in Atlanta. You can join us at our Atlanta campus, 10452 Fitzgerald Road, Jonesboro, 3 p.m. Pentecost service will be there. Our senior pastor, Bishop Lambert W. Sembry, will be in the house. If you can't miss Saturday, go on Sunday. You can go to our Detroit campus, which is 4735 West 4th Street, Detroit, Michigan, 10 a.m. Our senior pastor will be there. If you can't be in Detroit and you can't be in Atlanta, guess what? We got Indianapolis for you. That is 4900 East 38th Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46218. Pastor Timothy Figueroa will be there 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So we have multiple opportunities. Come enjoy Pentecost with us. If you can't be in any of these cities, find yourself a good church.
Go to church. Go to a Pentecostal church. I'm talking about that church that believes in speaking in tongues with fire.
With fire.
If don't say Pentecost, turn around. Pentecost.
Turn around. You gotta go somewhere where they believe in them tongues. This is with fire.
Go to a good Bible reading church that believes in speaking in other tongues. Ask the Spirit.
Yeah.
And don't go by yourself. Bring somebody.
Take somebody with you
to know Jesus.
Our theme next week for Pentecost service is be full.
Be full.
You gonna come in?
I don't know if we got one, but
I don't know if we got one either, but yeah.
Well, but just come and have church.
It's just Pentecost.
Just Pentecost.
Just want that fire. That's all.
50 days after resurrection.
There it is.
All right.
Well,
go to church. Good
night,
night,
everybody. Good night. We out. My Lord.
My Lord.